All that until everything turns red. Then when everything turns red, get you some bread, put some meat on the sandwich, you go. Okay, listen to it. Basically. But you gotta mix that stuff up so the sauce will get warm. You can put it back over the fire thing. It's a lot for you. We'll fix some more if you're still hungry. Keep mixing it. If it's not a lot, put more in there. Is it all red? You got it over the fire? Is it all red? Okay, well then it's good. Cut the fire off. And then fix you some sandwiches. Oh, we're supposed to put seasoning salt in it too, but if you don't want no seasoning. You say what? Uh, I picked purple.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL International Series brings us across the pond. We're in North London and the impressive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here first and 10. Now the former first-round pick, Breece Hall. He's got room to run right at the start. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 28 yards on the first play of the drive? First down picked up.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
That's complete to Jeremy Ruckert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. That is first touchdown this year. Well, fireworks right out of the gate here, Greg. It only takes 2 plays to put 6 on the board, and they do it with a big touchdown.
Mike, each week when we talk to teams, they emphasize how important it is to get off to a fast start. Well, this team, they took it to a new level. Second play of the game, big touchdown, they strike first.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The man who traded green and gold for Viking purple, it's Aaron Jones. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. To throw, it's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Every offensive coordinator has drive starters, meaning it's a completion, it's a run play that we feel great about, it's a screen. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
11 yards on the connection there. First down, Minnesota.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
And let's give it about 4 on that one. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A design run here with Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. They'll run it here with Jones. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. And this time, he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Dallas Turner, the rookie, there on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Hall. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. More from the International Series in London after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Here's Jones. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7.
Let's go now.
To throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses.
A hit, and he has lost the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to be 4th down. On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Here's Powell to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the give, it's Jones. And he'll get back maybe to the line.
Well, that's D-line, the truth.
Probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at...
And he will get into the end zone. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch and result is still a touchdown.
We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Rodgers. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
And when it comes to Turner, you're talking about a guy, Mike, that was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, that probably says all you need to know. First-team All-American with 10 sacks, and he has a rare combination of length, but he's also very strong at the point of attack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Hey, 26.
Throwing, Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, it's Will Reichard time for this Viking field goal. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down. have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Big crowd on hand. They love American football. These games grow every year. The English crowd is ready, and off we go from Wembley. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. First and 10. The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. Looking to throw. McCarthy. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They run it once more with Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Now McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
I I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
2nd and 11. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And good work there by the defense. They stop him at the 9 to force 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Inside.
Rodgers. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Jets first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Josh Oliver. Touchdown, Vikings. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. We are set for football in the NFL International Series. Great to be back in England, and off we go from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down. Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man downfield is Conklin. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Stephon Gilmore.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now they'll pitch it out here. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. To throw, it's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. So some of these 3rd and medium, 3rd and long situations, it's the perfect time. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
To a knee goes McCarthy. That should about wrap this one up. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA.